जय जय देव हरे, जय जय देव हरे, जय जय देव हरे, जय जय देव हरे। कालिय विषादर गंजन हे, कालिय विषादर गंजन हे, जनरंजन हे, जनरंजन हे, जनरंजना यदुकुल नलिन दिनेशा, जनरंजना यदुकुल नलिन दिनेशा, जय जय देव हरे, जय जय देव हरे, जय जय देव हरे, जय जय देव हरे। मधुमूल नरक विनाशन हे, मधुमूल नरक विनाशन हे, गरुडासन हे, गरुडासन हे, गरुडासन सुरकुल केली निदाना, जय देव कवेरिदमे श्री जय देव कवेरिदमे कुरुते मुदमे कुरुते मुदमे कुरुते मुदं मङ्गलमुज्ज्वल गीताम् कुरुते मुदं मङ्गलमुज्ज्वल गीताम् जय जय देव हरे जय जय देव हरे जय जय देव हरे जय जय देव हरे जयो जगन्नाथा जयो बलदेवा सुभद्रमयी जयो सुदर्शना 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 जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पतगामी नयन पतगामी भवा तुम्हें जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पतगामी नयन पतगामी भवा तुम्हें जयो प्रभुपदा जयो प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा श्रील प्रभुपदा जयो प्रभुपदा जयो प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा जयो प्रभुपदा जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय Start with the Mangalacharan. You can all repeat after me. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishnapreshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Kumkaroti Vachalam Pangurna Vettini Yatkripatama Bhante Shri Guru Devatarina Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. So we have a a very auspicious occasion coming up. That is our dearmost Jagannath, the Lord of the Universe, is very mercifully he's coming on the roads in the chariot. So it's Jagannath Rath Yatra, and we are having this Jagannath Rath Yatra in Whitefield itself, so that we don't have to travel anywhere else. It's on 28th June, that is this coming, not today, next Saturday, from 2 p.m. it starts. So from one location called Katirama Temple to Whitefield Inner Circle, the Rath Yatra happens. And this Rath Yatra is very special to all of us because we don't have to go anywhere. Jagannath himself is coming to all of us, that too to Whitefield. So in this concrete world, the Lord himself is coming, and then he's giving his darshan and his mercy. So like today's discussion will be like mainly about more details about Jagannath Rath Yatra, so that we all become excited to welcome Jagannath on the Rath. And it's a very, very nice occasion for all the devotees here, because we get to serve Lord in multifarious ways in this Rath Yatra. There are various ways in which we can participate, and we can we get lot of purification and we get lot of satisfaction by participating in Jagannath Rath Yatra. So with all by meditating on the lotus feet of all the lordships, so we will start today's session. So we will start with a small prayer, the pranam mantra of Lord Jagannath. Neelachala nivasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Balabhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannathaya Te Namaha Neelachala nivasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Balabhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannathaya Te Namaha Neelachala nivasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Balabhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannathaya Te Namaha. So whenever we see any deities of Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, Mai, Sudarshan, so when we bow down, we can offer these prayers. So it's everywhere available in the internet. You can just give Neelachala Nivasaya, it will come. So this is a very wonderful prayers which we can offer to Lord Jagannath. And the meaning of this prayer is, I offer my respectful obeisances to the internal supreme power. What is the name? Sri Jagannath, the super soul of all the living entities, the Lord of the universe basically. And where is he residing? Neelachala Nivasa. Nivasa means place. He is residing in Neelachala. Neelachala is nothing but Jagannath Puri is also called as Neelachala Dham. And then who resides not only alone with his brother and sister. What is brother's name? Balabhadra. And what is sister's name? Subhadra. Jagannathaya Te Namaha. To that merciful Lord who is so mercifully situated in the Neelachal Dham with Jagannath, with Baladev and Subhadramai, to that merciful Lord I am offering my obeisances. So Jagannathaya Te Namaha. So today we will try to discuss about a few what is Jagannath Rath Yatra all about, and few pastimes of Jagannath Rath Yatra, so that we all remain enthusiastic. So who are hearing Jagannath the name of Jagannath for the first time? Anybody here? Okay, everybody is aware, so I'll go to the next step. So what is so special about Lord Jagannath? Anybody can tell me? Eyes? In what way? I can also see.
Eyelid is not there.
Eyelids are not there. Jai. Anything else?
Hand is like in this position.
Why is it?
Always welcoming.
Always welcoming to hug. Who and all want to hug Jagannath? I still remember, I was discussing this with my friend also, that when I had been to Jagannath Puri 3 years ago, so at that time, so in the Jagannath Puri temple, surrounding the temple, there are various other temples. So there is a tree. I vaguely remember the name of the tree and everything, but that tree, under the tree, some pastime happened, so that whatever we worship, whatever we pray for, we get that benediction. So little front. So I see, I'm telling because I'm giving you landmarks, because next time you go, you can go there. Okay, so like when we went little ahead from the tree, it's on the right side of the temple. When we went little ahead outside of the tree, there is one small temple. It's in the premises of the Jagannath Puri temple only, where when we enter, and there'll be one pujari, and we can keep some dakshina, small dakshina in hand of pujari, and he will allow us to hug Jagannath. And it's a very big Jagannath, and we were there for 5 days, and every day the only desire was we will go keep dakshina, we will hug Jagannath. And after like 3 or 4 days, we were getting special mercy. He was allowing us to hug Jagannath for a long time, because he know that every day we are coming like that. So earlier days, I used to hear that when Lord Jagannath used to come in Rath, so they used to allow to hug, but these days it's not allowed. But still we have some opportunity. I never knew that all these like such opportunity was there. It was like a surprise to me when I went 3 years ago, and from 3 years ago till now I am just waiting for the day when I'll go back again and I'll hug Jagannath. So yeah, what else is so special about Jagannath? Mahaprasad, yes, Mati.
The live God.
He's the live God. Yeah, everybody is a live God. Mahaprasad, Jagannath Puri is also called as Annakshetra. And like Jagannath loves prasadam, and even we are Jagannath's followers. We love prasadam a lot. And what else? Something that is coming up. Rath Yatra. Rath Yatra is so special about Jagannath. Why? Because like see, we would have heard about so many Rath Yatras that are happening. Like I was trying to figure out where and all Rath Yatras, from when the Rath Yatra started. Actually, Rath Yatra is happening to various lords. So it is said that Prahlad Maharaj, like son of Hiranyakashipu, so he used to have big Rath Yatras held for Mahavishnu. So he used to like have the Rath pulled, in which on the Rath Mahavishnu was placed. And it is also said that even till date in Udupi Rath Yatra happens, wherein on the Rath Krishna Balram deities are there. And this Rath Yatra was started by Madhvacharya. So this is again back to so many like years ago. And then like during the month of Vaishaka, Lord Shiva and Parvati's Rath Yatra also happens in the north. I was hearing. And this also it is from like Satya Yuga, all these things are happening. So like I was thinking, so what's so special about Rath Yatra, Jagannath Rath Yatra? Then actually this time when I went to Guruvayur, so we got to know that there is something called a Shivali, which is like Lord comes out and he gives us the darshan. And then when I heard that, and they were also saying that the Lord who is in the Garbhagraha, you know, like when we go to Tirupati darshan, it's like hardly we get few seconds of darshan. When we go to Krishna temple in Udupi, there also hardly we get few seconds of darshan. So I was thinking like maybe Lord might come out, the same Lord might come out. So suddenly I asked the question that will the same Lord is coming out in the Rath? Because we are getting so few, like so small amount of darshan. Then they said that Utsava Murti comes out. You would have heard in Tirupati or wherever you go. Only the Utsava Murti of the Lord who is not different from the Lord, they come out. But it is only and only Jagannath's deity, where the deity who is placed in the Garbhagraha, the deity who is placed in the temple, the same deity is so merciful that he himself, with the like Balabhadra and Subhadra, he comes out and he gives mercy. So we can imagine like how merciful our Lord Jagannath is. And then I was thinking what other things are so like special about Jagannath Rath Yatra. So one other thing is Jagannath is so merciful. Like one example I was able to think is when we are sick, okay, what do? We go to doctor. Then, but when we become extremely sick, we are not able to get up, we are not able to do anything. What happens? Doctor comes to our house. So this Kali Yuga, what is the disease? The disease is Bhava Roga. Like we are so diseased. First of all, we don't know that we are diseased. And we don't want to go to hospital. We don't want to go to temple. How many of you have seen like we used to go for various temples for book distribution, and I used to see 90% of the people, they go outside of the temple and then they just pray from outside, then they do like this, and then they whatever they want in the mind. And few people in the bike they are going, car they are going, they just bow down and then they go. We know we are deceased, and few of us we don't know we are deceased, but we don't want to enter the hospital. We don't want to go inside the temple. We want to be like outside the temple. Now, like again, like Lord is so merciful. He knows that we are diseased. We are having the Bhava Roga, and we are so much diseased that we don't want to go to temple. So what Lord is doing, He's so merciful that He's coming out. The doctor himself is coming out of the hospital to the roads, to each of the houses. So here our doctor, the dear Jagannath, He is coming out on the roads and to each and everybody's homes, in front of the homes, just to give us mercy, just to cure our disease. So we can imagine how merciful He is. And a doctor doesn't see he's a Muslim, he's a Hindu, he's a Christian, and Lord is like that. He just comes out, He gives His darshan to everybody. He gives this prasadam to everybody. He gives His merciful glance to everybody without any any criteria. He's so merciful. And He's so merciful that, let's say a king is sitting in his simhasan, like Ratnasan. So does he want to get out of it and come and sit on a normal chair? He will never agree it. But our king, Lord Jagannath, he is sitting in the simhasan, Ratnasan in the temple, and he is okay. He is okay to come on the roads and give darshan. And what kind of roads these are? These are roads full of dust. These are roads where some roads where they're stinking, dogs are barking, and the dirty things are fallen here and there, and people's heart is also dirty. Everything around is so unclean. But Lord is so kind and generous that He wants to just give mercy. He doesn't think about Himself at all. Very rarely we see where the Lord, in His own deity form, He's coming out and He's giving darshan to all of us. And He's showering His blessings profusely to each and everyone. It is said that whoever sees the Rath even once, not even bows down, not even anything else, whoever sees the Rath even once, he's sure to get liberation. Maybe not in this life, but in some life soon, he's sure to get liberation. So we can imagine how merciful He is, that just by seeing Rath, if you want to help anyone, any of us, first of all, to help each of us, we have to come to the Rath Yatra and take part. And second thing is, we want to help here and there nearby people, just pull and show Rath, that's it. The Lord will take care of them. So easy, no? Otherwise it's so difficult to make people devotees in Kali Yuga. And one other thing is that in Kali Yuga, the disease is so strong. I was telling that the example that is given is, in Satya Yuga, the war used to happen between two planets, Lord Varadev, he came, he appeared just to save the mother Prithvi, the mother earth, from Hiranyaksha. Hiranyaksha had put the mother earth in the very dirty place, and from there Lord Varaha, he came to lift up. So the fight was happening between two planets there. And then in the Treta Yuga, the fight was happening between Lord Ram and Ravan. That is, fight was happening between the two countries, India and Sri Lanka, this we can see. And in Dwapar Yuga, the war was happening between Kauravas and Pandavas in the same family. And in Kali Yuga, the disease is so high, the war is happening within oneself. So the war is happening between intelligence and mind. The intelligence will tell, oh, it is very cloudy, why to go to the session, I can sleep and rest, and mind will tell that. Intelligence will say, no, the session, it will recharge you, it will give you the energy booster for the whole week, and it will surcharge you with the spiritual energy. Just 1 hour, 2 hours in a week you can give. But mind again says, no, anyway I'm getting food here, let me sleep. And intelligence says, prasadam is delicious. Please come, once in a week only I'm getting this prasadam, please come. Like this we see for anything and everything, war is happening between mind and intelligence. And Krishna himself says, Chanchala hi mana Krishna. So difficult to control mind is so flickering that very difficult to control. So it's very difficult for any person to come to the temple in this age of Kali Yuga. It's earlier, even in Kali Yuga, if you see in our parents' generation, it was a tradition to come to temple once a day, once a week, once a month. Now we see hardly we see people coming to temple. Not even 1/4 of the population knows how the temple looks from inside. So in this yuga, especially in this age where people are more and more becoming atheistic, there should be somebody who gives mercy, who gives mercy without any conditions. And that Lord is Lord Jagannath, who is so merciful. Like how I said, just by one glance, just by seeing the rath or taking the dust of the rath, just by touching the rath, pulling the rath, by doing some service during the Rath Yatra, by even just if the dust of the around the rath, if it touches us, the air around the rath, if we breathe that air, it is said that it will purify us. So we see how much more merciful is Lord Jagannath. And one other thing is that Lord Lord is he's a param doctor. He knows that when the disease is more, the cure, the solution also has to be like high dose. So Lord Jagannath's high dose medicine is his prasadam, his glands, and his Rath Yatra especially. Rath Yatra is that medicine which anybody and everybody will take it very, very simply. It is like a chocolate, like everybody likes chocolates. So in general, it is said that even in Jagannath Puri, even now, the people of all faiths, they go to Jagannath, like Lord Jagannath, to take darshan. There is no almost everybody will be waiting, especially for Rath Yatra to come, so that they can see Jagannath, they can get the merciful glance of Jagannath. And so when it comes to how this Rath Yatra in general it started, so this Rath Yatra is not something that new that is happening. So last week whoever were there, so Mataji was explaining about pastimes of Indradyumna Maharaj, how the deity of Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, Mahesh, Sudarshan were carved. It's called as Daru Brahma. And then when from the time of Indradyumna Maharaj, this Rath Yatra is happening. So at that time, the raths were huge and very, very luxurious. They were made of gold, silver and things like that, and they were decorated very opulently, and they were taken on the road, and a huge amount of flowers and fruits. Flowers were offered to the Lord, fruits, prasadam was distributed. In this way, Indradyumna Maharaj had set a very high standard for Jagannath Rath Yatra. And coming down, this was in Satya Yuga, and coming down, in the Kali Yuga, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, who is not different from the Lord Krishna, he used to every year he used to take part in Jagannath Rath Yatra, and he used to dance in front of the Raths. He used to, for hours together, he used to dance in front of the Rath. And he had also set a very high standard of worship of Lord Jagannath, especially inside the temple also and outside when Jagannath comes out also. And coming down, our dear Srila Prabhupada, our dear Srila Prabhupada had a very, very, very delicious pastimes. When Srila Prabhupada was just 5 years old, so at that time, they had been to a toy shop with his father. His name was Abhay Charan. He had been to a toy shop, and he started crying, and his father asked, what do you want? Do you want this toy? Do you want this toffee? And he was like, no, I want Rath. which 5-year boy will ask for a Jagannath Rath. He said, I want a Rath and I want to do Rath Yatra. And then somehow, his father, he arranged for a second-hand Rath. He painted that Rath, and then he went from in the streets of Kolkata. He went from door to door to collect the bhoga for the Lord, to collect some Lakshmi for the decorations of the Lord, for the offerings of the Lord. And finally the day came where a very, very grand Rath Yatra was held. This is the kids Rath Yatra that was held in the streets of Bengal. And then all the kids all over the Bengal had, all over that area had come to participate in that Rath Yatra, and the kids pulled the Rath. And then when the Rath goes from house to house, they used to do little puja, they used to offer bhoga, and then they used to, in this way, very, very grand and sumptuous way, the Rath Yatra happened. And even the prasadam, whatever bhoga was collected, it was given to everybody, kids, elders, everybody who used to come to see Rath. The Prabhupada had distributed the prasadam to everybody. And when this was happening, so the neighboring Matajis of the neighboring house, people of Srila Prabhupada, Abhay Charan, they had come to Prabhupada, and they had asked him that these Rath, where do you want to take this Rath? Oh, Abhay Babu, where do you want to take this Rath? Like that they had asked. So the Abhay Charan, who is not who is Srila Prabhupada, he told that right now my Rath is going in the lane of Bengal, but I envision that, like he told that my desire is that the Rath goes all over the world, in America, London, New York, all over the world. And today we see like whatever Prabhupada like had desired, like just had a small desire, like how we have, no, when we were kids we wanted to become doctor and we wanted to become like police, or so many things we had like that. Prabhupada, he had a desire to like do Rath Yatra all over the world, and he had so much love for Jagannath and Jagannath Puri. It is said in Prabhupada's Leelamrita. So we have like one small book of Prabhupada which is called Condensed Leelamrita, and then we have volumes of Prabhupada Leelamrita. In that every pastime of Lord, like of Prabhupada, like from the time, from the young like youthhood till the age, like till the end of his lifetime, everything is covered. So in the Prabhupada Leelamrita, actually it is mentioned that Prabhupada used to, when he was young, like this only 5-6 years old, he used to go to the railway station and he used to ask at what time the train to Vrindavan comes, at what time the train to Jagannath Puri comes, how much how much money is needed to go to Jagannath Puri. Like this, every moment after moment, he used to think about like Vrindavan, he used to think about Jagannath Puri. In this way, like he had lot of affection for the lordships, especially Lord Jagannath. And his deities were very close to him, and very grand Jagannath Rath Yatra happened. And one other prediction, like Srila Prabhupada, he followed the instructions of his guru. Like we saw, his guru gave him 2 instructions. He gave him go to the West and preach, and then he also gave him print books. Whenever you get money, you print books. These 2 instructions they gave. Today when I was preparing for this lecture, I also heard that Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he had also made a prediction. There is a place called Alarnath in Jagannath Puri. So what happens? You would have heard the pastime, okay, I'll explain the pastime of Snan Yatra. Right now the period is called as Anavasara period. It is the period where our dear lordships are sick. So how did they fall sick? So the Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadramaya deities, they come out of the temple only twice a year. Only 2 times basically. One is for Snan Yatra, another one is for Jagannath Rath Yatra. So when Snan Yatra is a time where Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadramaya deities are brought out and they are given bath. They are given bath using various like waters from various kundas, from Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra, Narmada, like this, like from very nice bathing is given, and Lord performs his Leela. What is this Leela? This Leela is Leela of falling sick. So how if somebody takes cold water bath very like too much, then they fall sick. So Lord also performs this Leela. Lord doesn't fall sick, but he performs this Leela wherein he falls sick. And when he falls sick, so he is taken to a very secluded place where the like when we are sick, who serves us? People who are very close to us, they serve us. So last time Mataji also was telling, no, the Shabaras, they are considered even lower than like the lowest caste. So they get 15 days, they get an opportunity to go to Jagannath and serve. And we can see how like Jagannath is Patita Pavana, he is Deena Bandhu. He is like, if I consider myself as fallen, then only he will become my Lord. So like there are like Lord of the like Madhava. Madhava is Lord, like husband of Lakshmi. Like this we see there are Lords give mercy at various levels, but our Lord, he wants to give mercy to who is the top priority? Top priority is the ones who are fallen. So the more we accept that we are fallen, the more easily mercy we get. So in this way we see that those Shabaras will go, they'll serve, and it is also said that when the deities are like washed, so their paint and all will go, but Lord is coming on Rath Yatra after that. So he wants to be like spick and span, he wants to be shining. Who doesn't want to be shining? He is Lord of the universe, so he wants to be shining. So his beautiful painting is again made on the Jagannath, and then he gets well and he comes out. So when he comes out, so what happens is now this period of 15 days where he's sick, no, at that time nobody will get darshan of Jagannath, and especially so many people, they have their like lives on Jagannath. They want to see every day. They go to Jagannath Puri temple, they take darshan, then they start their work. This is what the routine is of the Jagannath Puri, like of the devotees. So these 15 days, it's like a complete void because Jagannath is not there in the temple, whom to go to worship. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was there, when Jagannath was falling sick, he was feeling intense separation from Lord Jagannath. So he used to go to a place called Alarnath. So in this place called Alarnath, Lord is in his 4-handed form. So like you can also like after the class you can Google and see Lord is in a very beautiful four-handed form, and he is non-different from Krishna himself. So four-handed form, who is actually having four-handed form, it is Lord Vishnu, it is not Krishna basically. Shankha Chakra Gada Padma is held by Vishnu. But how is that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is a Gaudiya Vaishnava, he'll worship Vishnu, that too when Jagannath is not there? This question it was asked. It is said that like in the Vrindavan, once when the gopis were very closely associated with Krishna, Krishna feels there is little pride in these gopis, and he leaves the like place and he goes away. So at that time what happens is, like to test them, he'll come in the four-handed form as a Narayan. Who is he? He's Krishna himself, but to test the gopis, he'll come in the four-handed form. At that time, when gopis see them, like Krishna will think they'll recognize me because I am the Lord himself, I'm the Krishna himself. But what gopis will do, they'll just go down to him and they'll ask, "Oh Lord Narayana, please tell where our Krishna is." So they will ask like this, and then they will go. So that same form of that Lord who is Krishna, who just appeared in the four-handed form in front of gopis, that Lord is Lord Alarnath. So he is non-different from Krishna. And in this place of Alarnath, basically, people go during these 15 days. They go to take darshan, and he is not different from Jagannath himself. And in this place, our Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he had made a prediction that this our Lord Jagannath, he will travel in Rath, not only in this place in Jagannath Puri, but he'll travel in like all over the world. And he had made this prediction, and again we see Prabhupada, such a nice disciple, he fulfilled that prediction in no time. And one other thing is that how now we understood that Srila Prabhupada, he has established Jagannath Rath Yatra all over the world. If you see, anybody knows how many like Rath Yatra happens just in Bangalore now in this year or previous year? I can tell it is more than 10. And in India itself, like hundreds of Rath Yatra happen. So we can imagine, like earlier in Jagannath Puri only Rath Yatra used to happen. And when like these Britishers, they were completely mesmerized when they came to acquire India. They were completely mesmerized. There was no phone, no email, no social media, but lakhs and lakhs of people used to come on to Jagannath Puri on the Rath Yatra day. And these people, they wanted to break the unity. And this one Rath Yatra, they united everybody. They united all caste, all religion, all sects of people. And like Britishers tried their level best to take this Rath Yatra festival away. But somehow or the other, because of mercy of Lord Jagannath, the Jagannath Rath Yatra never stopped. Our Srila Prabhupada is so merciful that to those Britishers who wanted to stop Jagannath Rath Yatra, he went to their place and he has established Jagannath Rath Yatra. Jagannath Rath Yatra Mahamahotsav ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So I was also curious to know how this Jagannath went to the west. That is also a very, very wonderful story. Actually, Srila Prabhupada went to West, and then he started establishing many centers there, and more devotees started coming. Western devotees started, the Western people started becoming devotees. And then when Prabhupada in 1976, when Prabhupada was in San Francisco, so this Mataji, who is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, her name is Malati Mataji. So she used to go to the Indian store. So in West, if you want to buy some products from India, you will get it only in the Indian store. So she used to go to one Indian store very regularly, and she used to purchase various things and bring. Once when she went, she thought, I should get something for Prabhupada. She had that desire. Definitely to spiritual master we cannot offer anything material, but as a matter of gratitude, she wanted to give something to Prabhupada. So when she was just looking out, she saw there is 3 baskets full of dolls. Very, very beautiful dolls, small dolls. And she saw there is one doll who is black in color, whose eyes are very big, and that doll was attracting her a lot. She thought, like a kid, what does the kid give to the mother? Whatever doll that kid has, that only she or he will give it to the mother. Like a kid, Malati Mataji took that doll in her hand, and then she went to Srila Prabhupada and she handed over that to Srila Prabhupada. When Srila Prabhupada saw that, his mind stopped working at once, because he never expected that he will see that form of deity in West. fell down, he bowed again and again he is offering obeisances, and Malati Mataji, she's not understanding. what mistake did I do? I just brought a doll. I know I should not have brought a doll, I should have brought something better, but I brought a doll. And then he woke up, he got up, and then she was now, Malati Mataji is very worried. What is happening now? Srila Prabhupada says, you go back to the store. Then she asks, why Srila Prabhupada, what mistake did I do? I didn't do any mistake like that. Then Prabhupada says, go back to the store, and with similar size, there will be one doll of yellow color, one doll of white color, you bring them along. Then she will go back and she will bring those two dolls also along, and then Prabhupada will establish those deities, and he will start worshipping those deities. Like he will ask the disciples there to start worshipping those deities. And it is said that like after this, again, like Prabhupada started establishing, Prabhupada wanted to carve a big deity. Actually till now Prabhupada was only doing what he was doing, he was establishing centers, he was he used to do kirtan, he used to give katha, he used to give prasadam, and so he was focused on just making centers and giving Krishna to people. And now when he sees Jagannath, he will remember that there is something more that I have to do. So he wanted, like, he did not want small deities of Jagannath, he wanted huge deities of Jagannath to be established in the foreign countries. So he will ask Malati Mataji that, do you know anybody who knows to carve like the wood? So then Malati Mataji says, there is one Prabhu called Shyam Sundar Prabhu, he knows. Then this Shyam Sundar Prabhu, he has built bridges, he has built what do you say, various big buildings, but he has never carved a wood, and he has never built any other things. But Prabhupada, he will give those deities, and he will tell, these are the deities, I want the same deities in huge forms. And then Shyam Sundar Prabhu, he'll carve those deities. And then Prabhupada, when he was giving lectures, he will explain about Rath Yatra. He will explain about how once in a year Lord goes outside and in the Rath, and they will go around very sumptuously, like Pushpa Abhishekam is made, and then flowers are distributed, flutes are distributed. And when they'll hear that, when all the foreign devotees will hear that, they'll think we should also do this. So without informing Prabhupada, they'll take the deities outside in tractor. Because they will not know what is Rath, so they will take the deities in the tractor and they will go. So first Rath Yatra, basically it happened in the tractor, they'll go around and they'll come back. And then when Prabhupada sees lordships in the tractor, he will be happy, at the same time he'll be sad. And then he'll tell, no, this is not Rath Yatra, we will repeat the Rath Yatra again, proper Rath we will build for the lordships. And then he will make a sketch of the Rath, and again he'll give it to Shyam Sundar Prabhu. And then Shyam Sundar Prabhu, he'll go purchase the wood, they will carve the deities. I remember that recently when I was searching something, in YouTube there is a beautiful video, if I get it I'll share it today in the groups, where all the devotees, all people, they have come together and they are building Rath. They're building the Rath from scratch. Somebody is making the wheel, somebody is making the top part of the Rath, somebody is making that, there is like clothing that has to cover the Rath. So somebody is weaving that, and somebody is painting the Rath. We see like, it was like people who don't even know what Rath is, what Jagannath is, everybody came together and they built the Rath. And finally the first Rath Yatra happened in 1976 in San Francisco, and thousands of people came, they celebrated that Rath Yatra, and so much of prasadam was distributed, and Prabhupada was intensely happy. And in this way we see the Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's desire of taking this Rath all over the world. So there is like the first instance of Prabhupada proving that pastime, like that desire of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Jagannath Rath Yatra ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So now in this way, Rath Yatra, like how I said, like all over the world now so many Rath Yatras are happening, and not just like in some like Hindu country or in some very spiritual countries, even in countries where there is no where there is so much dearth of spirituality, in those countries also Rath Yatra is happening. Even now you can Rath Yatras are happening in Pakistan, Indonesia, and so many other Muslim countries also. You can just Google Rath Yatra Pakistan, you can see big huge Rath Yatras happening in Pakistan. Same way like how in Jagannath Puri happens, similar way the Rath Yatra is happening all over the world these days. And we see like when the Rath Yatra is happening, so basically in the Jagannath Puri, so the Rath goes from Jagannath Puri temple to Gundicha. So who is Gundicha? Gundicha is the wife of Indradumna Swami Maharaj. So Indradumna Maharaj, not Indradumna Swami Maharaj, Indradumna Maharaj. So Indradumna Maharaj, he was actually he was the one who got the deities carved. And once he got the deities carved, he started establishing Rath Yatra. Lord appeared to him, and then Lord asked him benedictions. So he begged for 3 benedictions, and the 3 benedictions were, first benediction was, he told that I will not need any progeny. I don't want to beget any kids, because if there are kids, then they will fight over the Jagannath temple. So I don't want anybody to fight over the temple. Jagannath is Lord of the universe. Everybody should worship him. That was first thing. Second thing is that he was telling to Lord that we will offer you bhoga. You will honor the bhoga, and you will go to wash hands. Like who is honoring? Lord is honoring the bhoga. He will go to wash hands. By the time you wash hands, come out, and your hand gets dried, next bhoga will be offered. This is our promise. This is what, and this standard is even now followed in Jagannath Puri, where throughout the day bhoga innumerable number of times the bhoga offering is made. So if we go to Jagannath Puri, there is no dearth of prasadam to anybody, and various kinds of prasadam throughout the day will be distributed, and it is directly offered to the Lord, and then it is distributed to everybody. And the third benediction was that you should whoever comes to see your Rath, they should get liberated, something like that. So in this way we see even today Jagannath in Jagannath Puri, very sumptuous bhoga is prepared to the Lord, and it is offered, and that's why Jagannath Puri is also called as Annakshetra. So wherein throughout the day Jagannath will be getting bhoga, and Jagannath is so merciful that you know how many hours Jagannath sleeps? 2 hours. Okay, so actually it is said that Jagannath, he doesn't sleep at all, because his eyes, he doesn't have any eyelids at all. And so what happens in these 2 hours or 3 hours? I was curious. It is said that the first 21 or 22 hours, we human beings, we worship the Lord, and the rest 2 or 3 hours Devatas come and worship the Lord. So in this way Jagannath is so much merciful that he never sleeps. He is ready to take service. What is his role in taking service? He doesn't want any service. He is served in Vaikuntha by Sahasra Shatakoti Lakshmis. But if we do little service to him, so we will get lot of mercy. It is like that. So 0.1% service and 200,000% mercy. That's why whenever these opportunities we get, especially now, it's a very nice opportunity for us. Jagannath Rath Yatra is coming. We have so many services. So everybody, there are so many varieties of services. Everybody likes something. Somebody likes dancing, somebody likes putting rangoli, somebody likes cooking. So everybody can take some or the other service and try to grab the mercy the most. This is that time of the year where we are just grabbing the mercy. So Lord is ready to give his mercy, and we have to just grab the mercy. And how I was telling, Lord goes from Jagannath Puri temple to Gundicha temple. So this Jagannath Puri temple is actually called as, it is actually symbolizing Dwarka, and the Gundicha temple, it is symbolizing Vrindavan. Even in the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it used to be said that Lord is being taken from Kurukshetra to Vrindavan. So what had happened is, Lord Vidura came. Lord was in Vrindavan with all the gopas and gopis, and so then Vidura came. He took Lord to Mathura, and finally Lord Krishna shifted to Dwarka. So when Lord was in Dwarka, all these Vrajavasis, his parents, Nanda Baba, Yashoda Maiya, Srimati Radharani, all the gopis, all the motherly gopis, everybody, his friends, Gopa friends, they were they were feeling intense separation from the Lord. So what they did, they wanted to bring the Lord back from Dwarka. This is one pastime. To where? To Vrindavan, because Vrindavan is a land where Govardhan is there, Yamuna is there, and in that place, Lord, he is not as a king, or he is not as the Lord of the universe. He is there as a Gopabala. He is there as just as another Gopa. So the relationship between friends equals is more than somebody who is superior to us. So the Vrajavasis, they wanted to experience that love, friendship back. So they wanted to pull Krishna back to Vrindavan. And again, after that pastime, what happened is, once Lord Krishna from Dwarka, he goes to Kurukshetra. So all these gopis and like Shrimati Radharani, Nanda Baba, Yashoda Maya, they'll get to know that our Lord is, like our Krishna, dear Krishna, is coming to Kurukshetra. So Kurukshetra is very close to like Vrindavan. So everybody will go to Kurukshetra to get Krishna back. So what Krishna says, you wanted to meet me. I am also here, you are also here. So you met, you are happy, he'll ask. So like Vrajavasis will say, no, we don't want Kurukshetra Krishna who is in the Aishwarya Bhav. We want Vrindavan Krishna who is in the Madhurya Bhav. So during Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, the Rath which used to be pulled from Gundicha from Vrindavan to, from Jagannath Puri temple to Gundicha, it used to be from Kurukshetra to Vrindavan. So all the gopis, all the Nanda Baba, Yashoda Maya, they used to pull Krishna to Vrindavan, so that in Vrindavan Krishna is more dear. And this Nilachal Dham, which is Jagannath Puri, it is called as, it is in the Aishwarya Bhav. It is in the Bhav where Lord is given lot of respect, Lord is given, like Lord is decorated, and he is worshipped very grandly. And Vrindavan, which is Gundicha temple, it is in the Madhurya Bhav, where lot of love is given to the Lord, and he is wearing a peacock feather, he is having simple flute in his hand, and he is herding cows, and he is like very friendly with all the gopas. So in this way, like Lord is being pulled basically to Vrindavan. And another thing that I was remembering is that how so Lord, now when the Lord comes to Gundicha temple, this is again the third benediction which was asked, that because Gundicha and Indradimna Maharaj, they didn't have kids, so they wanted Lord to come to them in the form of their kid. So Lord is so merciful, he accepted them as their parents also. And it is said that how in Jagannath Puri, these Rath Yatra, when it happens, so this Rath Yatra festival, it's a 9-day festival basically. So Lord, he's sitting on the Rath, and then Pahandi Utsav happens, where Lord, he doesn't just go in one go. He puts step after step. If you have seen Rath Yatra anytime, slowly he goes like this, he leans this side, that side, and then slowly he reaches Gundicha temple. And once he reaches Gundicha temple, he stays there. Basically everybody in their mother's home also we want to serve. So in Vrindavan he stays there, and then he is taken back, and the forward yatra is called as Rath Yatra, and the backward yatra is called as Bahuda Yatra. And after this, what happens is that there is a festival, it is called Hera Panchami. Shera Panchami. So in this basically what happens is, Lakshmi Maya gets angry, Lakshmi Maya, who is in Jagannath Puri, so she will be waiting, today Jagannath will come, tomorrow Jagannath will come, but he will not come, so she will be very angry. So when Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra Maya, when they comes back, so she will allow Balabhadra and Subhadra Mai, but she will not allow Jagannath for one whole day. So then Jagannath will give her Rasgullas, and then she will be little pacified, and then she will be allowed inside. And I heard even now one extra day Jagannath stands outside, right? So we see again, Jagannath is so merciful that one day he has to stand outside. It was a punishment for him, but it's a mercy for us. So yeah, even we can all desire that at least sometime when we get during Rath Yatra, we can go and especially in Jagannath Puri and take darshan of the Lordships. And one other thing that happens is, you can correct the name, Chera Pahara. Chera Panchami basically. So in this again I heard that the Gajapati king, he holds a golden broom in front of the Rath and he sweeps. So it symbolizes that no matter how rich we are, when we come in front of the Lord, we should be very humble. And it is said that chera means like sandalwood pulp. So the sandalwood pulp is made, it's spread in front of the Rath, and then hara means like this jhadu basically. So jhadu is done so that everything becomes clean and it becomes very like very clean, and the road becomes, the path to the Jagannath becomes very clean and scented, so that Jagannath very happily he comes. And it is also said that okay, there are many pastimes of Lord Jagannath during Rath Yatra. So one pastime that I remember vaguely is that like actually in the Jagannath Puri temple, foreigners are not allowed inside the temple even now. So what had happened is that like few set of devotees, so especially the ISKCON devotees who are in the other countries, so for them to see Jagannath, it's only during Rath Yatra. So once what happened, these Jagannath like these devotees, few set of devotees from New York or someplace, so they had come, they had planned to come to Jagannath Puri to see Jagannath, because they had heard so many pastimes from Srila Prabhupada, so they had so intense desire to Lord Jagannath. So I just shared few pastimes. So we were all so eager to see Jagannath. So we can imagine hearing from the mouth of Srila Prabhupada so many wonderful pastimes. Who like for years together he has like established Rath Yatra all over the world. So how many pastimes he will have to share? So when these people came, so somehow because of the weather condition, the flights and all got delayed, and they reached one day after the Rath Yatra. So they couldn't do anything, they couldn't go back or they couldn't do anything, so they had to come. They were very sad, very morose. This was happening on one side, so they are now almost one day is over and almost they are about to reach Jagannath Puri. And here on the other end, Lord Jagannath, from like let's say 9 days Jagannath Rath Yatra happens. After the 9th day also, Jagannath Rath is not moving at all. Everybody are trying upside down, front, back, nothing going. Jagannath is not moving at all. And these foreign devotees, they came, they bowed out to the Jagannath and took darshan, and smoothly Jagannath Rath started moving. And the whole crowd which was there, the pandas, the police, everybody were wondering why is it like Rath is not moving, and now how suddenly the Rath started moving. But Jagannath is so merciful that any intense desire we have, he will fulfill to such an extent that he will stop his own Rath to just give darshan to those devotees who have come just to visit him. And like another pastime was again similar pastime. It is the pastime of Bhakt Salabeg. So it is a similar pastime wherein Salabeg, he is from Muslim background. His father is a Muslim, no? His father is? Mother is Hindu and father is a Muslim. And mother had a lot of affection for Jagannath, but father didn't have. When Salabeg once he had fallen sick, so mother asked him, you worship Lord Jagannath for 12 days and then you see. 11th day happened, he was worshipping Jagannath, but nothing was happening. And on the 12th day he saw that all the disease got cured. And then in this way, like Salabeg goes to various places to visit the Lord. He goes to Vrindavan, and there again he will not be allowed inside the temple because he is a Muslim. And then he will hear that Jagannath Rath Yatra is happening, so he will come back. Actually the description, so wonderful descriptions are given that Salabeg, he will, at that time there is no vehicles and things like that, he will run so quickly and come. He will forget having food and he will not think of rain or anything. He'll just run like for miles together, and when he'll reach, already Lord has reached Gundicha temple, and then he was not able to take darshan of Jagannath. And in the back yatra, the Bahuda yatra, at that time again somehow he is almost about to miss Jagannath, but the Rath stops. It doesn't move at all, and everybody are thinking why is the Rath not moving. And then in one of the panda's dreams, Jagannath comes and he says, you bring that devotee, then I'll start moving. And then they'll bring Salabeg, and then he will get darshan, he will get mercy, and he will start, the Rath will start moving. And one other pastime that I remember is our dear Prabhupada's spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's pastime. So right next to, like in the same lane of the Jagannath Puri temple, there is Gaudiya Mutt. So in that Gaudiya Mutt, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, who is the who is the father of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he and his family were staying. And when Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada was born, so at that time Jagannath Rath had come and it stood in front of his house, and it was not moving at all. And when the child is initially born, for few days the child should not be taken out, so taken outside the house. So they will not bring Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur outside the house. But after some 7 or 8 days, when they bring Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur outside the house, then they will go up in the Rath, they will show the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur to the Lord. Automatically Jagannath's garlands falls on Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada and the Rath starts moving. So in this way we see, like, these are few of the pastimes, and multiple pastimes, like from Satyayug till now there are so many pastimes of Jagannath, where Jagannath gives one-to-one reciprocation to so many devotees all over the like universe. He is the Lord of the universe. Jagannath Swami ki jai, Rath Yatra ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So in this way, like, we see, like, the most merciful Lord, he is coming out even in our lives. So he is coming on 28th, which is Saturday, next Saturday. So we have like lot of like services. So it's a very nice opportunity for us. So the service which we like Vaishnavi Forum we have received is Rangoli service. So even I don't know to put Rangoli much, but we can take part in various ways. Like we can bring Rangoli